Do you know what to do during a flood? You may think that floods are just about water, but they are much more than that. Floods are powerful, destructive forces of nature that can occur almost anywhere, anytime, and they carry with them a significant threat to both life and property. A flood happens when there's an overflow of water onto normally dry land. This can be due to heavy rainfall, a river overflowing its banks, a dam breaking, or even a sudden, unexpected tsunami. The water can rise slowly or rapidly, but either way, it can cause immense damage. Floods can uproot trees, destroy buildings, and sweep away cars. They can also create health hazards by contaminating drinking water and carrying disease. And of course, they can be a grave danger to people who are unprepared. Being prepared and having a plan can help mitigate these risks. Knowing what to do during a flood can make all the difference. So let's move on to the steps you should take. What should you do before a flood? Well, the first step in bracing for a flood is to create an emergency kit. This kit should include essential items such as food, water, medication, important documents, and a first aid kit. It's crucial to have these necessities on hand in case you need to evacuate quickly or endure prolonged periods without basic services. Next, establish a family communication plan. In the midst of a flood, it's possible that family members may be in different locations. Having a plan in place will ensure everyone knows how to reach each other and where to meet up if separated. Additionally, familiarize yourself with local evacuation routes. Knowing the quickest and safest way out of your area can be a lifesaver when floodwaters start to rise. Lastly, always stay informed. Keep an eye on weather updates and heed any warnings or instructions from local authorities. Being prepared is half the battle won. Now let's see what you should do during a flood. What should you do during a flood? Now that's a question of paramount importance. When the floodwaters start to rise, the first and foremost thing to remember is to stay calm. Yes, you heard it right. In the chaos that ensues, it's easy to panic, but keeping a cool head can make a world of difference. Next, it's time to put your pre-planned evacuation route into action. Remember, it's not just about getting out, it's about getting out safely. Avoid the temptation to take shortcuts through flooded areas. Whether on foot or in a vehicle, flooded pathways can be deceptive and dangerous. Always remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Make your way to higher ground immediately. This is not a suggestion, but an absolute necessity. The higher you are, the safer you'll be from the rising waters. Surviving the flood is crucial, but what about after the floodwaters recede? Let's find out. What should you do after a flood? Once the waters recede and it's safe to return, it's time to assess the aftermath. But remember, safety is still paramount. Before you re-enter your home, check for structural damage. Look out for warping, loosened or cracked foundation elements, holes, and cracks. Next, it's time to document everything. Take photographs and videos of all damage, inside and out, for insurance purposes. Be thorough and systematic, capturing every detail. This will help when you file your insurance claims and speed up the process. The floodwaters may have receded, but they leave behind more than just physical damage. Everything affected by the floodwaters needs to be cleaned and disinfected. Ensure you wear protective gear and use appropriate cleaning solutions to mitigate the risk of disease and infection. Floods can be devastating, but with the right knowledge and preparation, you can navigate through this disaster safely.